Hi there. Happy whatever day it happens to be. You know what it's like over Christmas when you lose track of days, times, everything. I'm sorry if I look like ugh, but I feel like ugh. The whole family of us has been ill since Christmas, and it's nothing to do with the food. My daughter-in-law was ill when she was cooking it. She was coughing, spluttering, full of a cold. She managed to do Christmas Day dinner for the three of us, which, was very nice and lovely, but I just really wasn't in the mood to eat much of it at all. And Boxing Day, my youngest step-granddaughter came with her husband and little boy. My son spent the whole day in bed because he wasn't well at all. For me, it was me usual. The IBS kicked up. Don't know what started it, but so I'll be in bed most of the time. So happy Christmas. I hope you've all had a better one than we've had. Hope Father Christmas brought you lots of things and stuff like that, etc, etc. Here we don't go big on loads and loads of presents. We buy each other a couple of things and then that's it. When you've got little ones, you buy lots of bits and pieces to keep the kids happy, don't you? Games and stuff. We're not a gamesy family. We don't play games. We don't do things. We're just not that kind of a family, If it sounds a bit boring, sorry about that, but that's just the way we are, yeah. I haven't seen or heard from my side of the family, but that's to be expected. They're all more or less, oh, here we go. I never get messages except when I'm on here doing a video, but that's by the way. So because, yesterday I was in my cuddly all day long and never even came out of it. So today I thought to myself about how far I would go. Go get a shower. Go try. Make yourself feel a bit better. So I have tried, but I've got my very thick, long dress on that I bought a couple of years ago when we first moved here, when they were doing all the work and they had no windows in and things like that. So I bought this. It's like a very thick fleece kind of dress. I got it from eBay, but don't ask me because it's a couple of years since I bought it. I bought it in green and I bought it in black. And it goes down to the ground. In fact, it needs shortening. Because over the course of the last 2 years, I seem to have shrunk. Probably my spinal problems, isn't it? I seem to have shrunk, so nearly all my dresses are all too long. So I'm waiting until, the spring comes and I can get back in the shed again. I haven't even ventured out there. And then I can find the sewing machine and perhaps bring it in, put it on the dining room table and do all the hem turning. I'm not a sewer. Let's get this right. I'm not a sewer. But to get all the hem turnings up that I need to get done before the summer starts again. Because I'm sick of tripping over my dresses and my son saying, you're going to break your neck wearing that dress. Do something about it. They all fitted me a couple of years back. And now all of a sudden they're all too long. The sign of old age, isn't it? Shrinking here. Shrinking. Anyway, as I say, I've got a brandy and coke. I don't normally drink much, as you know, but I'm trying to settle my stomach, so I'm having a brandy. Let's hope it works, eh? I don't know about the coke, but the brandy might work. I've been having a couple of nights of insomnia, so I've been catching up on people's videos while I've been half comatose in bed. But on my tablet, on my Fire thing, whatever it's called, my Kindle, I can't comment. I can't even put a thumbs up. I can't do anything. So I've been trying to remember to go back to the ones I've watched and put thumbs up on them, But I haven't done all. But being in a grouchy frame of mind, as you are when you're not well, I am fed up with being bombarded of young lasses on crochet, skimpying about in skimpy little things and skimpy. A, I'm not the right age group, so that does make me grouchy. B, it's blooming freezing over here, as is in the rest of this kind of hemisphere. So, you don't want people flaunting about in skinny bikinis, saying, I've just made this, and you're thinking, good for you. I hope you freeze, because it's blooming cold over here. I've been far more interested if you were wearing a polo neck sweater, let's face it. I mean, there's one or two, I won't name them because I don't want to get into any slanging matches. One or two who think they're so sexy. You know, you might be sexy to somebody, love, but not the crochet community. You know, by and large. No. I don't think there's many male crocheters, whatever you want to call it, who might appreciate you showing your nether regions in skimpy bits of crochet, yeah. The rest of us women, you know, we're not that enthralled, yeah. So, is that just me being a grouch? Is it? Or do you feel the same? I don't mind seeing crochet tops. I don't mind seeing little crochet things. But you do have to prance about like you know, in the folie bergère, you know what I mean? Just stand there and show it off. Show us the front, show us the back. We don't need a dance, yeah. I think that's just me being grouchy. I am in a grouchy frame of mind. Sorry about that, but when you're feeling you know, you are grouchy. I have tried my best to pick up my crochet. Not worked. I watched a bit of TV, and I don't know whether you found Christmas TV this year being dire, but it's been absolutely dire. There's been nothing on it that I wanted to watch. I've been like, oh my God, what, this old hash again? This old rubbish again? And normally I like Mrs. Brown, but that was really bad this year. It wasn't funny. Sorry, Mrs. Brown, but I didn't find you funny this year. It was a bit weird. Oh, I am in a grouchy frame of mind, aren't I? I'm trying my best. Trying my best to feel Christmassy and failing miserably. Miserably. At least we've not put on loads of pounds, have we? We haven't got tons to shift over the new year, you know, like most people have had a big blast out, a big blowout. Eat, drink and be merry. Oh, hello, another message. I think I've lost weight this Christmas. I certainly haven't. I bought a box of toffees. I opened them. I've had one toffee out of it. I opened up a box of fancy biscuits. I've had a couple of biscuits and put the rest in the biscuit tin. I think somebody else, like a big mouse, has been nibbling them. Not naming any names, but he's upstairs. I think a big mouse has been nibbling the rest of them, but I don't care because I wasn't in the mood to eat them anyway. You buy these things, don't you? Oh, I'll have that for Christmas. I'll have a nice box of chocolates for Christmas, and then you just don't eat them. Well, I don't anyway. I like to have the choice, though. I like to know if I want a chocolate, they're there, yeah. It's like the drink. I bought all the drinking. It'll last me all year because I don't drink much. I'm having a drink today. I think it's the second drink because I think I had some Lambrusco or Lambrini on Christmas Day. I'm not much of a wine drinker. I only like the cheap rubbish. I think I had a glass of that Christmas Day, but apart from that, no, I haven't drunk anything. I'm just having this to settle my stomach. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it, yeah. So, anyway, I hope you've all, like I said before, I hope you've all had a good Christmas. I've been trying to catch up on people's lives, but not doing much success, actually. I find if they're like about an hour and a half or 2 hours long, my attention span isn't that long with being poorly, you know. I sort of just drift off halfway through and just think, no, I'll watch the end of that another day, and of course I never go back to them. I like the nice short videos. I think 30 minutes is my maximum attention span. Maybe 30 minutes is because I only make 30-minute videos myself, if that. I wanted to go back in the shed, but A, I've not been in the mood, B, I've not been well, and C, it's been pouring down. Absolutely. I don't mean little pitter-patter rain, I mean it's been pouring it down. You know, like I should have asked Father Christmas for a canoe, you know. And before you ask, I've heard nothing about my scooter. I thought I'll let him have his Christmas. Let him have his New Year, then I'll start with the bombarding questions like, where is my scooter? Yeah. I want my scooter. I don't want that thing that's parked up. Don't want that. The pup mobile. Not touched it since the day he brought the other scooter. And I've no intention of using it either. So, you know, if he doesn't come and collect it soon, it'll be going on eBay. You know, that's the way I feel. Oh dear. I'm trying to approach the new year with a lot of ideas. And so far, they're not working. I'm like, yes, I must do this for the new year. Yes, I must concentrate on selling my stuff, getting rid of my stuff, doing this, that and the other. I must be full of ideas. And then it's dull and it's dreary and it's pouring down. And my shed looks like I don't know what, because all the bags from the craft shows have just got dumped in there. And I've not had the energy, the enthusiasm to go in and sort them out and put them in the right places. So at the moment my craft shed room, whatever you want to call it, is not tidy like I want it to be. A friend of mine, Jess, she's ecology something or other on Facebook. She's got a shed just like mine, and she's opened it up into a workshop, which is very nice. And she's opening it up to the public like 2 days a week, which is a great idea, but she's got a lot of followers. So I don't think if I did that, I don't think a lot of followers of mine from the US and all over the country would want to come just to look in my shed. And I don't seem to have many followers here in Fleetwood, you know what I mean? Different scenario, isn't it, really? Yeah. But I am going to do more inroads into more whatever to sell some of my stuff. It can't stay there forever, ever and a day. Yeah. I've not been tempted into buying any yarn, wool, whatever you want to call it. I call it old wool. It's the upbringing. It was always a wool shop. You always went to the wool shop. You didn't go to the yarn shop at all. You went to the wool shop. So to me, no matter what it's made of, it can be made of cotton, it can be made of acrylic, it's all wool to me, yeah. So I need to sort through my stash, sort through a load of stuff. Get rid of it. I don't mean get rid of it, give it away. I mean sell it, whatever. Put it on eBay, do whatever I'm going to do with it. I have to be realistic. I'm not going to use it all, and the way I'm feeling at the moment, it won't get used at all. I bought 3 new patterns on Etsy the other day, trying to enthuse myself, yeah. So far they're just, I mean, one of them's 30 odd pages long, so there's no way I'm printing that out. It'd cost me another 30 quid in printer ink, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? And they don't give you the option of buying a PDF. Well, yeah, they give you the option of buying a PDF, but they don't give you the option of buying one that's printed out for you, and they send it to you physically. You know, like, you've got to print your own out these days, which is a bit of a whiz, really. If you're paying like £7-8 for a pattern, and then you've got to print it out yourself, which is costing you a bomb with a printing ink. And I don't, well, I've never worked out how I transfer things. Well, I can't transfer them onto my phone because, as you know, my phone's got a glitch. My stepdaughter's husband is a whiz with phones, but he was really ill on Boxing Day when he came. He was coughing and spluttering, and he wasn't well at all. So I thought, now is not the time to ask him what's wrong with my phone. Yeah. So I've still got the whatever it is on my phone. I've taken it to 2 phone places and they can't sort it. They keep saying I need to back up everything and take it back to factory settings, which, being, you know, the computer whiz that I am, I have no idea what you do. So that's what I was going to ask my step-son-in-law, no, step-grandson-in-law, that's what it is. Yeah, she's not my stepdaughter, is she? She's my step-granddaughter's. So he's my step-grandson-in-law, yeah. I get all these, I get confused very easily. So maybe he will come again in the new year, or maybe I can find some way of putting it back to factory settings on my own. I just don't want to lose everything that's stored on my phone. You know, I'll wipe it all away. I don't want to lose all that. I've got some photos on there and stuff. So, I need to find out how to back it up. On my list of things to do. I should make a New Year list, shouldn't I? Things to do in the new year. Not resolutions, just things to do in the new year. Resolutions, I haven't really thought of any. there are more things to do. They're like a to-do list. Things I have to do in the new year. And one of them is paint that blooming doll's house, you know, which I've had a year. I've got the paint. But, you know, there's never been room in my shed to do things like that, yeah. I would love my doll's house to be, well, I can't say up and running, but I've got all the furniture. I packed all the furniture away. I've got all the furniture. I just need to paint the doll's house, get some carpet and stuff like that, and make it all fit for the dollies again, yeah. Keeping it well away from my great-granddaughters because they would be in it like a shot. I mean, I would love for it to be in the, you know, the conservatory or somewhere, because there's no room in here. No room in my bedroom. There's no room to swing a cat in my bedroom. And there's no room in here, actually, to put it. I've no room for a table. I've no room for anything. So it's going to have to stay in the shed, sadly. But if my shed was nice and tidy, there would be room for it in my shed. Although it would kind of block the light. I've only got one window. I would really like a door with a window in it. But it's one of those, it's a shed door, and it just swings outwards, you know. It's just not conducive to putting what you call like an ordinary house door on it. Although I might ask if I could have a window put in it, you know, to let some light in it. Because otherwise I've got to sit with the door open, which I don't mind if it's summer weather, but it's not great if it's raining, is it? And also on my to-do list is to get some stepping stones, because I'm sick of trudging through wet grass. And I shall leave the rest to your imagination, but we do have 2 dogs. Trudging through the wet grass to get to the shed. So that's on the to-do list for the new year, stepping stones. So at least I know where I'm putting my feet. Not a lot to ask, is it? Things I need to do. But it comes down to the old Mulan and to the old money, money, money. Which, if I sold a few of my things, I might have the money. It's all back to, you know, it's like a circle. You know, everything goes round in a circle, doesn't it? You've got to do this to do that, then you've got to do that to do this. And if you could only do that, you could do this. It's like a big, big circle. And as far as I'm concerned, my circle just goes round and round and never goes anywhere. So that is my new year. So I don't know about you. What's your plans? What's your New Year revolutions, as we always used to call them? Not resolutions, revolution. Do you have any? Do you know, do you plan to knit 12 pairs of socks next year, or make 12 sweaters next year? What is your plan? Do you plan to knit up a pack of, or crochet up a pack of yarn a month? Or do you plan not to buy any more wool until you've used some up? Yeah? That should be mine, shouldn't it? I'm doing very well. Doing very well. I haven't bought a lot this last year, if you think about it. Not had a lot to show you. One of the patterns I bought was actually like a pattern done in that, I don't know what you call it, that a zigzag stitch. Chevron. Done in all different colours. So my plan is to use up all the part balls, the oddments, goodness knows what I've got in behind me. When I open the door, it's like a sea of colours, but they're all part balls. So mine won't quite look like the picture. Mine will be a multitude of colours. But then you know I like bright coloured things anyway. But I need to alter it because it's an American pattern, and as usual it's done in number 4 yarn, which is thicker than our double knit. And that's what I've got in there, is double knit. But she has done it in several sizes, so I can size it up. It's more or less, I could have done it without the pattern really. I don't know why I paid about £6 for the pattern, but I'm balmy. It's just rectangles, and rectangles kind of full of sleeves really. So she does give several sizes, so I can up it, you know, so I get the right size for me, yeah. It's not that I'm bigger than the pattern, because the pattern goes up to about a 5X or something, but it's the fact that the wool she's used and the hook she's used is bigger than what I plan on using. So in order to, you know, I'll be on a smaller hook and thinner wool. So in other words, I'm going to have to upsize it, if you're with me, to get the right size. If you follow that, you're a good. So that's what I should be doing. So I can show you the pattern I'm going to be making eventually, but I won't be doing it like the pattern. But if you are in the US, you can do it like the pattern because you'll have size 4 yarn, whatever that might be. It's not double knit. Double knit's your size 3, I think. Which no patterns are ever done size 3 yarn. They're nearly all done in 4. Red heart, whatever you call it. Everything's in size 4 yarn. Which is a bit of a bind for us here in the UK, sorry. Moving myself to the US now. So in the UK, we struggle here a little bit because we have to make things either bigger on a smaller hook, if you're with me, or you have to use an Aran, which is thicker than, yeah. So all kinds of annoying things. Yet another message. I'm so popular. Not. I think people know. I need one of those things, you know, like Grouchy has that says on air. And hang it on my phone, on air. Please do not send me messages, I'm on air. Yeah, so I've got anything else to say, really. I'm going to try and do my live, even though it'll be New Year's Eve. I'm going to try and do that. Hopefully my stomach will settle down by then. I'll give over. My son just popped his head through the door and said, do you want anything for your tea? Because we don't really want any tea. And I'm like, well, I don't either, so don't bother. I think they're thinking of having cheese and biscuits, because I bought some, you know, biscuits for cheese. I bought some of those at Christmas, thinking I was going to eat them, but they're still there, so they might as well get ate. Maybe I might push the boat out and have a tin of soup later. One never knows. I certainly don't want anything. I think we need bread, otherwise I might have an egg on toast, but I think we need bread. Nobody feels like going out to see if any of the shops are open. Nobody feels like it. I haven't even lit the fire for the last couple of days. Just not in the mood. Anyway, before I drag you all down, make you all feel more miserable than you're already probably feeling, it's that gap, isn't it, between Christmas, New Year. You don't know whether you're supposed to be at work, you're not supposed to be at work, or in my case, you don't know what day it is. I don't even know what time it is. I've not been sleeping for the last couple of nights, so last night I took 2, well, they're not sleeping pills, they're those herbal things that are supposed to make you go to sleep. Anyway, they worked. Poof, out like a light. I didn't wake up till about 1:30 this afternoon, which didn't bother me at all because it was warm and cosy in bed, and my back and my hip didn't hurt because I was way down asleep, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you're having a much better Christmas than we've had here. And I hope New Year brings you everything you want. I shall probably be on Christmas Eve. No, I won't be on Christmas Eve. I was on Christmas Eve. I'll be on New Year's Eve. And I'm going to go now because I've had enough. I've said enough. I've bored you enough. It's time for me to go. So I shall bid you all farewell, and I'll see you all probably Saturday evening if you watch my lives. So bye for now.